Testing, okay. Hey guys, this is a video response to a request for reverse fishtails, which look like this, right? And from the side, this is the reverse fishtail, right? Cool, so I want to help break down this trick by showing you guys a few methods that were shown to me to make this a little bit more easy. The first being how to feel the different points of contact on your hand that a fishtail hits. So the main is the back of the wrist, where the middle of the staff remains the whole time. And it wobbles a little bit, but you can use that to help control your fishtail. So with that, the staff remains on the back of the wrist, the middle of it right there. And what we're going to try to do is wobble it back and forth. So the staff remains horizontal to the ground, just like this. And there's 2 points of contact you want to use. When it's on this side, which is your native side, like right hand on your right side of your body, and then this is non-native when it's crossed over, it's going to hit right here below the thumb knuckle, sort of on the top of the hand, sort of on the side. And when it's on the non-native, it's below the pinky, right here, sort of on the side, sort of on the top of the hand. And when you first start this, it's probably going to hit your body, right? And on your native side, it'll probably hit the top of your forearm, which is okay. Use that for balance, but try to slowly eliminate that and just use the top of your hand or the side of your hand by your thumb on your native side and your non-native by your pinky. Those are the same points of contact you're going to use during your fishtail to help brace the fishtail so it can, stay upright and not fall over. The next is the motion of the hand. This last trick I showed you was taught to me by a guy named Jonah at Rootwire. This next one was taught to me by my friend Good Times. So my hands remain about a foot away from the center point on either side on the back of my wrist. And if you notice, when I isolate the center point and I rotate the staff, my hands make this cool circle. So I want to focus on the top semicircle of that. And when my hand follows that path, it's going to go up first and then over, right? And same with the reverse. It goes up and then over. Follow that arcing motion. So what I want to do is I want to just use the back of my hand to balance it, right? And really feel the amount of force you use to keep it balanced the whole time. And when you first start this, you're probably going to want to lock it in your elbow when you come in. That's cool. Then when you're ready, you want to pop back out and use your other hand to stabilize it. When you're crossed, your fingers are now pointing the opposite direction. And when you pop back out, they come back to forward. And then slowly get rid of pinching it in your arm and holding your hand here, so it's all just a balance move, right? Back and forth. Right? Kind of tricky, but what it does is that arcing motion is the same motion that you do in the fishtail, right? So the next thing to show is what is the motion in the staff. So reverse fishtail, so we're spinning in reverse, and it's doing what we call a one beat. So each head is doing a downbeat on its own side. So this head that's on the left is going to do one downbeat, come over to the right side, and then the other head that's back is going to do a downbeat. So it's kind of like a kayak, you're like rowing it like this, except the staff completely goes to the other side of your body, and either one, and it's doing one, 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 one. So one beat on each side. It looks like this. It's the same motion when you're doing the fishtail, right? So putting all that together, first actually before we do that, we need to know how to initiate it. So we're going to learn these 2 rolls. We want to hold it below the center point. It's going to roll over the thumb onto the back of the wrist, and then we'll catch it. So when we do this, when it hits the back of our wrist, our hand should be up like this, and that's the fishtail position. So it's like a 90-degree angle almost between your hand and your forearm. So as it rolls over, we're going to put our hand up like this and catch, right? So practice that roll a little bit, get that down quite well. Switch sides, and then we're going to put the center point above our hand again, so the hand comes over the pinky onto the back of the hand, and then we're going to catch it. Again, put your hand up like this after you throw it, so it's like this. Right? And once again from this side, switching my hand again to this side of the center point, up, like that. Practicing both of those is really important. Now putting it all together. So what we want to do is, when we're going to initiate the roll just like we did, throwing it over our thumb, raising the hand up, and then when we do that, simultaneously we need to follow that arc. So what happens is, we're going to focus on this back head, which now becomes the front head as it's on the back of the wrist. As it's coming up, you follow your hand up and over. Okay? When we do that, we want to use the side of our thumb right here in order to brace that. So you're really going to want to focus on feeling it with the side of your thumb. That's going to control it as it comes over. Right? And I'm just allowing it to fall over my hand on this side and catching it. So just at first, throwing it up, guiding it over, catching it. Once you get that down, I'll do it from the side too. It goes over, up, like that. So the moment it lands on the back of your hand is when you start rising and then bring it over. Right? And make sure you feel this right here on the side of your thumb, bracing it so you can come over. On the reverse, when it comes over, it hits the back of the wrist and we go back over. Make sure to feel the side of your pinky brace it this time as it comes up and over. Right? And from the front, it comes over, up, that. Putting it all together, notice that we're going to focus on this back head real quick. When it comes up, it now becomes the front head, comes over. Now it's the back head, and the other one is rising. So now that this one's rising, we're guiding it up. So one's always rising. It's a very bouncy feel. It's because it's like we're never doing any downbeats. It's always up, 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 up. Like it's bouncing from one side to the other. So up, 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 up. And if you're having trouble going from one side to the other, start on that side. So if I'm having trouble going to this side, I'm going to start here and work, and just working on going over. If I'm having trouble going back, I'm going to start here and just work on going back, right? And then putting them together. So, right. So if you guys have any further questions, I'd love to hear from you. Let the comment section be an open dialogue for comments, questions, or other tips that might be helpful for learning. Hope to talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.